We spend 70% of our lifetime indoors. As an interior designer, I pay closer attention to indoor air quality than others. Most people know air pollution, but few of them know the fact that the pollution caused by interior decoration and is much more serious than pollution outdoors. Emulsion paint, wallpaper, paint, and furniture will continuously release formaldehyde, benzene, and xylene for as long as 15 years. They do harm to our health, particularly to that of the old and children, and they can even cause lethal leukemia. All of us love our family deeply. Then how could we have the heart to let them live in such a poisonous environment? I have been looking forward to a sort of decorative material which is really green and free from pollution. And diatom ooze and seashell ooze of Spring Gamay make indoor pollution a history. Spring Gamay, diatom ooze, and seashell ooze are a selfless gift of the sea. They are products of professional processing of Spring Gamay. This is the test report of the State Quality Supervision Organization. Spring Gamay diatom ooze does not contain any formaldehyde, benzene, xylene, or heavy metal or other injurious ingredients. Therefore, it is purely 100% natural wall decorative material. Besides, Spring Gamay diatom ooze and seashell ooze have many other peculiarities as well. Numerous micro holes with only a diameter of 1/1000th of a piece of hair on the surface make diatom ooze have a strong physical absorption and ion exchange property. That's why it can absorb and decompose harmful substances such as formaldehyde and benzene in the air and turn them into harmless ones. And the nano-deodorization material in it can quickly eliminate peculiar smell caused by smoking or pets so as to clean indoor air. The reason we feel refreshed around the waterfalls and forests is that there is a wealth of negative oxygen ions. Negative oxygen ions are known as air vitamins, and it plays an important role. This is a negative ion tester. Look, there are more than 3,000 negative ions here.
My home is like a big forest.
Diatom ooze of Spring Gamay can release negative oxygen ions continuously so as to sterilize and disinfect the air. Every morning when I wake up, I have the illusion that I am living in the nature. I can breathe the freshest air without opening the window. Diatom ooze can absorb humidity if it is high in the air and release humidity when it is low. It can regulate humidity all by itself to maintain the most suitable humidity. And what's more, clothes in the wardrobe won't become mildewed. So what do you think? Like an intelligent housekeeper, diatom ooze is the charge of the indoor air. It makes your wall breathe so as to provide you with the freshest and most suitable air. Of course, there is more. See? Diatom ooze is made of 100% natural raw materials. It is high temperature resistant, non-burning, and it has no peculiar smell, and the porous structure of the surface makes it have a strong effect of thermal insulation, heat preservation, and sound absorption. The noise next door won't bother your sleep anymore. Diatom ooze contains no heavy metals, so it will not generate any static electricity, not mentioned to absorb dust. Therefore, the surface of the wall can keep fresh and clean forever. For blots like footprints, you can erase them easily with an eraser. Cleaning becomes much easier. As a designer, I, of course, won't neglect the factor of color and quality feeling. A variety of texture patterns based are available to your own taste. Water rather than any other chemical glue is needed when diatom ooze is used. You can move into the new house in 24 hours after the completion of the decoration. It is noteworthy that 1 square diatom ooze can purify 1 cubic meter of air. so the more diatom ooze, the better. Seashell ooze is another type of 100% natural wall decoration material, developed by Spring Gamay. It has the same 8 magical effects. Meanwhile, more choices and patterns are available. Diatom ooze and seashell ooze of Spring Gamay have applied for national patent. Spring Gamay has independent intellectual property rights and has obtained the enterprise standard issued by State Supervision Organization. Currently, there are many counterfeits in the market. Let me tell you a few tips to tell the genuine ones. Spring Gamay uses the dye stuff wholly abstracted from the nature. The color can last for over 20 years. If the color is too vivid, it is resulted from a mixture of chemical dye stuff. Diatom ooze of Spring Gamay feels like pine wood, soft and flexible, whereas the one of poor quality feels crude and hard. Spray water onto the same place for over 30 times. The one absorbs water quickly and does not fade is genuine. On the contrary, the one seldom absorbs water or fades is counterfeit. These two diatom ooze plates look the same, but after water dripping test, we can distinguish the genuine one from the one of bad quality. Drip several drops of water onto the two diatom ooze plates. Obviously, high-quality diatom ooze absorbs the water drops rapidly and completely, while the inferior products will not absorb any water drops. This is a little ball made of diatom ooze of Spring Gamay. This is a little ball made of diatom ooze of bad quality. We put these two balls into the water. We can see that diatom ooze of Spring Gamay can float on the water, for it has diatom content. By contrast, diatom ooze of bad quality sinks into the bottom directly. The little ball made of diatom ooze of Spring Gamay will not fade or turn the water turbid, even after it becomes into ooze again. So diatom ooze of Spring Gamay has a service life of over 20 years and will never fade. But as diatom ooze of bad quality contains chemical glues, it won't become into ooze. Blow smoke into 2 glasses, one filled with diatom ooze balls and one with nothing. Because formaldehyde and benzene in the air cannot be seen directly, we observe the absorption effect of diatom by virtue of smoke. 10 minutes later, we can see that the smoke in the glass filled with diatom ooze balls has completely disappeared. This can fully demonstrate that Spring Gamay diatom ooze has a very strong effect of physical absorption and ion exchange. Besides, Spring Gamay obtains a test report and quality assurance issued by the authoritative State Quality Inspection Organization. It makes our products more convincing. This is the only anti-fake blue tag in the industry. Open it and dial the one-time inquiry hotline. You will immediately know if the product is genuine or not. With Spring Gamay, you can live a life free from indoor pollution. You can enjoy the pleasure of life to your heart's content. Spring Gamay makes you happy.